Are the Edmonton Oilers actually trying to lose Connor McDavid? I think so, and here's why. Welcome to the program, everyone. My name is Kai Rasmussen, and this is the Razzie Show. And yesterday, free agency kicked off, and I feel that the Edmonton Oilers are actually trying to lose Connor McDavid. Not only did they lose a bunch of their good vets that actually did things for them last year, but then they signed one that, in my opinion, is just declining every year, and this just did not make sense. Please tell me why the Edmonton Oilers are trying to lose Connor McDavid. Well, yesterday the Edmonton Oilers, I felt, took a big step back as they lost a lot of players, even though some were really good in terms of Victor Arvidsson clearing up $4 million, Vander Kane clearing up not just the $5 million that they're clearing up with him, but they're getting rid of a cancer, a guy who really, in my opinion, lost them more games than he helped them win, especially last year, and the saga that surrounded him everywhere he goes. I do feel that John Klingberg, in a sense, was a step back in terms of they still need defensemen, and I feel that especially Connor Brown and Corey Perry were really big losses for this team yesterday, guys. As much as they didn't want to pay these guys, and I understand that, these guys are big parts of this team, and who are they going to replace them with? And that is the biggest question in Edmonton, and I do not know. Well, guys, they did re-sign Evan Bouchard, and that is big in a lot of people's minds. I feel they paid way too much for him. They also re-signed Frederic last week, which I feel, again, is way too steep of a price for this guy at 3.8 AAV for 8 years. Maybe it'll turn into something better in the future, but I don't think so. I do feel that re-signing Kapiri Kapanen was a really good deal for them yesterday at a year at 1.3 AAV, but Stillman and Tompkins are no-name guys. And then Andrew Mangiapane, you basically erased the Victor Arvidsson trade with that yesterday. This is a guy who's clearly in decline. He has not been very good, except for his sandpaper game, maybe. But last year, in 81 games, he only had 28 points, guys. And then if you look at the season before, he had 40. The season before that, he had 43. And the season before that, he had 55. So clearly he's in decline. And for 2 years at 3.6, I do not understand what Edmonton was doing with that. They're only saving about $700,000 with that move, getting Arvidsson out and bringing Mangiapane in. Sure, like I said, maybe they're adding a little bit more sandpaper to their game, but I don't understand that move at all, especially if you're trying to entice Connor McDavid to stay, because to me, I don't understand what these moves have done to improve this team. All I see is they got worse, especially losing Corey Perry. That guy, in my opinion, is a guy that was the heart and soul of this team on and off the ice in many ways. Sure, maybe he's declining. Maybe that 40-year-old thing made the Oilers scared, but I feel, guys, that Stan Bowman is really, really not the GM that people think he is. Sure, he won some cups in Chicago, but from 2000 to 2001, he was with the organization. 09 to 21 was when he was the GM. So, in those first 5 or 9 years, he was part of the rebuild as the assistant GM and the president of hockey operations. But from 09 to 21, he had Taves, Kane, Sharp, Keith, Seabrook, Hossa, Hjalmarsson, Pickle, Bolin, Bufflin, Ladd, Versteeg. These are really good players, guys. So the team that he was the assistant GM for, when he became the GM, he acquired all that. So he didn't really make the dynasty. The GM before him did. And what he did from 09 to 2021 was he made the team go down. I feel he's doing the same thing here in Edmonton. This team potentially was really good. But now, they've lost the heart and soul of their team in Corey Perry, in my opinion. And they replaced him with Andrew Mangiapane. So unless they really have something up their sleeves, I don't think that a trade for Henrique, I don't think a trade for Stuart Skinner is really going to help them that much. And I feel that Connor McDavid is looking at this right now and going, what is happening here? Especially because next year, Ekholm, Kulak, Captain, Podolzing, Skinner, Sketcher, Wallman are all free agents as well. So unless they really do some mixing and mashing, this team is in some big trouble. And Connor McDavid is going to see that. And I feel he's going to go, why am I going to want to play in Edmonton? If you guys like what I'm saying here and agree with me, please comment, like, share, and hope you have a good one.